Okay, so you know what? I'm just going to show you what you're going to be getting in this course because I think if you see it, it's going to make a complete sense why this course is going to change the way you look at publishing. Okay, let's look at this. So the very first thing that I'm talking about in module one is mastering the Amazon algorithm. Boom. This is what people never talk about. You need to understand how to publish your book for the algorithm, not for you. So listen, I get it. You're a subject matter expert. You understand your stuff. You have a method. I did too. I know exactly what you mean. I'm an expert in my field, period. Like I do my stuff so well. Nobody can come and say to me, oh, Karina, your workshops, like they suck. No, my workshops are amazing. Okay. And I've heard this from other people for many, many years. So I know that I know my stuff, just like you. However, it took me years to understand how the actual Amazon algorithm works, how it pushes the books. What do I need to do? Why, like why my books aren't selling? Like what's happening with my books? That's why. It took me so many failed books before I realized that there's a method and a pattern. And once you figure out that pattern, you begin to understand how to create your book every single time for the algorithm. That's lesson one. So once you get through that lesson, the second module is all about the actual packaging of your method, of your book. Okay. So we talk about and we start with titles and subtitles because I am telling you right now, 90% of people, especially SMEs, get this wrong because we have an idea in our mind. We think, oh, wow, you know what? I love this title. It's so like fun and it like talks about anything. Listen, your title cannot be found. Your book will not be found on Amazon because your title doesn't have what Amazon needs. Okay. So this is what I talk about in this particular lesson because you're going to have to change your mindset a little bit about how you're going to design titles and subtitles. Then we jump into covers. And the cover lesson is probably one of the most important lessons there is because that's your actual packaging. That is what people see on your listing. And I'm going to teach you here how do you design a cover? Okay, who do you use, first of all, to design good covers? And please don't say it's going to be your friend because I'm telling you right now, that cover is going to bomb your book. Okay, you're not going to sell. I will show you who you can use and how to design this cover. There is an actual formula so that you stop people from scrolling past your cover because that is what's happening right now. And then the moment they scroll past, they generally don't come back to your book, which means no sales. The third lesson will teach you about positioning. How do you position the book so that Amazon can show it to the people that are already looking for this type of information? Listen, there's over 300 million people on Amazon. Could you imagine if just 1% buys your book for $15.99? What does that mean for you? That's what we're talking about here, positioning. In module 3, I'm going to talk about the two most important things: reviews, ads. Okay. Reviews, I am telling you right now, there are so many people out there who have 10 and 15 reviews on their book, and the book's been sitting there for 2-3 months, and then they wonder why there is no sales. Listen, reviews is social proof on Amazon. Amazon is absolutely not going to push your book unless you have reviews, and you better have 60 to 100 reviews in the first month. I'm not kidding. Okay, so we need to get it together. Like we need to step up that game on reviews. What you're going to get in this lesson is my actual resources, my people, the people that I work with my book, the people that I highly recommend, the companies that are amazing with reviews. Okay, those are the resources that you're getting in this lesson. Then we're jumping into ads. I'm going to do an intro. Okay, ads is complicated, but I will go through an intro so that you understand what you need to do. And if you don't want to do it yourself, I will again provide you with my trusted resources, the people that do my ads, the people that work with me for the last 6 years in creating and managing ads, because managing ads is very important. If you want to make money, listen, you cannot have a book on Amazon without running Amazon ads. Okay. It's absolute impossibility that you will make real money. And real money can mean $500 starting in month one. Okay. If you do everything correctly. So, and there's also a lot of other perks. Okay. There's a lot of other bonuses. I'm not going to reveal them here. You're going to find out when you take the course. But one of the things that I will give you, that I'm going to tell you about right now, is that you're going to be able to book a free one-on-one with me to discuss your cover. And that is going to happen after you finish the cover lesson, because I need you to understand the basics. I need you to know the basics of the formula for covers. And then if you have a cover already, but you're like, oh, you know what? I don't think it's a good cover. Maybe this is the reason why I'm not selling. Maybe this is why my Amazon ads are not working. If you're already published, and if you're not published yet, thank goodness, because you can get the cover done correctly, quickly, right? And then you and I can chat through your method, and then we can discuss my method, the method that actually works. Listen, I've done over 17,000 covers. I've learned some stuff, okay? I've learned some stuff. There are covers that work and covers that don't work. I want you to have the cover that works. All right. There are other bonuses. There are other things that I'm going to have here, but you will discover them as you take the course. Okay. So what's the next step? The next step is for you to actually click onto the video. There's a link, take the course, and I will see you on the inside, and you're going to love what you're going to find out. All right. Click on it. I'll see you on the inside.